Beatty Beatty here with Divorce Support Anonymous, coming to you on December 21st. For 21 days, we have been together. Me stepping into your life space just to give you a different, perhaps a different thought, a different dynamic that you might consider life a little lighter, life a little better. I hope so. I hope it has been worth your while over the past 21 days. I'm moving around here because I have a dog here who wants me to play with him, and he has his toy, and he doesn't understand that we are now recording, nor does he care, quite frankly, and that's okay. So a couple of announcements would love to explain to you. February 4th, 7 o'clock, we're going to do, that's not that far off, going to do a live webinar, and that is going to be free and no need to pay anything. Just show up. We're going to talk about building a life moving forward. January 10th, going to start the next support group. Finished one last night, in fact. It was a delightful group of people. So starting another one, January 10th. No matter where you're at, I've had people from all over the country, had a few international folks as well. So wherever you are, if you're going through divorce, join us. Would love to have you with us. January 11th, I'm very excited about this. It is an opportunity, 10 weeks, we will come together and we will purposely design our future life. No longer are we going to be reflex of all of the demands, but we are going to have a plan and a focus, and we're going to spend 10 weeks together working on that new life declaration, and I cannot wait to get you started on January 11th, and this, of course, will be online only. So join us. Let me know if you're interested, and I will certainly give you the registrations form necessary. I'm going to talk today, the theme really is tonight, a little bit of tenderness. You know, I was out in the traffic today, so it's December 21st, and the main highways are so full and so busy. And then, of course, here in Michigan, we are having a blizzard warning coming in starting this evening. Actually, we're supposed to get a foot of snow and high winds, and it sounds awful. So I think a lot of people are out preparing for that to happen. So there's a lot of confusion out there. And we are so focused out there that we really don't even see the people that are around us. And we can just get me home. I'm driving. Just get me home. Get me out of this traffic. Get me out of this mess. Go into the store. Do my business. Really, we're blind to each other right now in the mad rush of Christmas. And I often wonder, you know, it's never really meant to be that. So I wanted to ask you tonight, where do you need a little bit of tenderness, a little bit of understanding? I know my dog here needs some tenderness, so hold on and I will grab him. Come here. This is Coda, who just never can get enough attention or loving time or play time. So we'll just bring him up here. He needs a little bit of tenderness. And I realize I've been so busy that I have neglected him. And he is a puppy. He'll be a year pretty soon. So he needs attention and tenderness and needs to know that he is not forgotten, not being ignored too much. So I need to show him a little tenderness. But where do you need tenderness? Where do you in your life, maybe you just need someone to put their arm on your arm around you and just say, you know what? I care about you. You are loved. You are valuable. You are important. We all need that. And in all this busyness, it's so easy to forget that. And so I'm just asking the question, where do you need tenderness? And I think about the moments with God's tenderness with us and his patience with us. He's always wanting to give us attention. He delights over us. He loves us so much. He's glad that he created us. And that is a beautiful thought in this crazy, busy, hard season, difficult for many of you during the times, and so stressful. I mean, I've just been making plans and booking hotel rooms and just busy and stress. And it's like, I need a little bit of tenderness. I need someone just to, like I said, put their arm around me and say, you know what, you're doing good. It's going to be okay. And you're making it through the season and you're doing good things. And we all need that encouragement and that tenderness and kindness. We are so lacking kindness in our world today. So I thought of a couple different verses. If Coda will stop chewing on my hand and let me put this on here. A scripture, he sends the snow in all its lovely whiteness and scatters the frost upon the ground. Think about if you're in the wintry states or in the northern states, and when you're outside and it's gently falling snow and you hear the quiet, which is just so incredible to me. It's lovely, really. And it's just like a tender blanket, a tender quiet that falls over the very busy world that we live in. And I've often thought, and I think all of us have often thought, I need a softer world. I need a world that's kind and tender. And then I ask myself, wow, you're really focused and you're really busy. And where are you showing tenderness to other people and kindness? Where are those moments when you're checking out in the line that you actually look the checkout person in the eye and give them some kindness and tenderness? We all need to be reminded, because we all need it right now. Life is hard for many, many people. So another verse I thought was really delightful as I looked up Bible verses of the tenderness of God, and there were many, many to choose from, but I love this one. The Lord is righteous in all his ways and kind in all of his works. His patience, his grace and mercy toward us, his kindness and kind in all of his works. The Lord is near to all who call on him, to all who call on him in truth. He fulfills the desires of those who fear him, those who respect him. And the rest of that verse is, and he hears their cry and saves them. God showed tenderness to the world, and he went about it a very interesting way, the only way that could have redeemed us and brought us to himself. And that was through sending his son, Christ, into the world for us to have a way in which we could truly know the tenderness of God and the love of God. And so he took all of his judgment and his wrath and he poured it upon his own son so that he wouldn't pour it upon us. That is incredible grace and mercy. And if we really understand that, then we see, wow, Christmas was a big deal. Emmanuel, God with us. That God came down in the form of a baby. So I don't know where you stand with all the Christmas story. I hope that you have accepted that as the reality that it is. And if you wanted to talk about that further, we certainly could. But understand that God, in his kindness, extends mercy and grace to us constantly. But he also gives us a choice whether we receive it or not. So that's a gift we can give ourselves this Christmas, is by receiving the gift in which God gave us. You know, I often think about this little guy who needs a haircut pretty badly and other ways in which God's tenderness comes to us. The snuggles of a dog. Dogs reduce stress physically for us. Cats, watching the birds who fly in the air, and just all the kisses of a dog that I just got here from Coda. Thank you for kisses. So look at the tenderness that is around you and offer tenderness and kindness to those that maybe you haven't been paying attention to lately. I know there have been many for me, being focused and driven and not being as tender as I could be to many people. I don't know what thoughts here are helpful to you, but I know that we need a softer world, and that really begins with all of us. I hope for you a softer world in December 21st and the rest of this month and Christmas season. This is Kathy Beatty with Divorce Support Anonymous, walking with you every step of the way through the trauma of divorce and this Christmas season.